Right, 11 November 2025, and today is yet another great day in Africa. So let's get started. And today I'm going to be having a new format. So for you guys who are watching me, you can see that we're introducing a new format. So that is where I am vertical, and also in other places I am horizontal. So I don't know how you can choose. I don't know how it works. But I am definitely looking different to some of you. But let's quickly go through what's going on. And that is the Job Sikhala case. It's trending in South Africa. All the newspapers are carrying the Job Sikhala case. Job Sikhala is being accused of transporting explosives, and he's going to appear in court again tomorrow. Sorry, not tomorrow, on the 13th, that is on Thursday. He's going to appear in court, and he's appearing with his uncle, Alexander Tema. So Alexander Tema is 78 years old. He's a pensioner, and he's fallen sick in hospital. He's not in jail. He's unable to sit up or stand. So yesterday he was struggling to sit down. So what happened is when he arrived in court, they said to him, stand up, because he immediately went down to sit. And this is also said he is 78 years old. So now what has happened is that when we're in court, I was obviously there very early. I was the first person probably to arrive there with the family of Mdara Alex Tema, who is the uncle of Job Sikhala. And unfortunately, many prominent people that we expected have not arrived, including the lawyers who arrived late in court without being briefed by Job Sikhala. So they were not briefed. They had to take the briefing inside of court. I want to show you what Job Sikhala said in court when he arrived.
Already instructed the attorneys here, Edgar Rangata and Advocate. Yeah, both of us. But I'm wondering why they are not here.
So you can see when Job Sikhala arrived, the lawyers were not there. They had not been instructed, and they had to take instruction right inside the court. So he had to constantly go between the judge and also taking instructions. And the confusion arose on whether Job Sikhala was legally in South Africa or not. We all know that Job Sikhala is legally in South Africa because he flew from Botswana to South Africa. It's not possible to go on a flight from Botswana to South Africa when you're not legal. However, that confusion arose, and Job Sikhala's papers have now been taken to the Department of Home Affairs for checking. And I hope that everything comes out clear. They've also gone for police clearances so that people can see if they have committed other crimes in South Africa. I think this is all going to be clear. But what we needed yesterday was more prominent people to show up. So political players in South Africa, political parties, even some of his close friends who are well known, I would have expected people like Wopo to show up. That would make a very big difference. So if Wopo was to show up on Thursday, that would make a big difference, because it makes a difference to the judges to see who they're dealing with, if he's a political figure or not. And certainly, Job Sikhala is a political figure. And also in terms of helping, it will help if Job Sikhala had his family close by. So if guys in Zimbabwe would assist his family to show up in the South African court, so that he has familiar people. And that will obviously need assistance with flights and things like hotels, because it's very hard. Right now, they've moved him from the police station. He has now been taken to Khosi Mampuru prison. And that is where they're coming from. When they come here, according to the police who talk to me, they're coming from Khosi Mampuru prison. So if this thing extends and is not granted bail on Wednesday, he's probably going to be inside until January or February. Because what we saw yesterday is that bail hearings are being postponed to January. So if you don't get bail to the guys who came in before Job Sikhala, the time when they're giving you bail is up to around 16th January. So I hope that this thing gets sorted in time. Otherwise, Job will be in for a very long time at Gosimampuru prison in Pretoria. So I think that presence of prominent people on Thursday is going to be important, so that the judges see that this guy is a political figure and he's got a lot of support. The South African guys who were saying his lawyers did not appear. And I think the Mlungis Mahanya from Swaziland was the only prominent person there. And then with Trust Ndlovu. And I think we also had some few prominent guys who were there, but not many from Zimbabwe, especially guys who are based in South Africa. There are so many people here. And I don't know why they did not appear when Job Sikhala came yesterday. We mostly had people from the NDWG, and these are junior officials. None of the senior members of NDWG appeared. So I guess that is solved on Thursday. We need more people at court, and we need that court to be packed. Guys who were protesting outside were just a few. I think there were less than 10 people. Those are the things that makes a big difference. If you say you've got a political case, there must be a sign that is a political case. And then Job will be tried from outside. There's no need for someone like Job Sikhala to be inside jail. That is crazy, especially if he has this defense that he's giving, that is a political case. It must be shown that he's a political figure with massive support and an international person. Right, I think that is covered. Let's go to the newspapers. Let's start with South Africa. South Africa, so much happening here. So yesterday we had a big case, and one of the biggest cases was the appearance in court of Duduzile Zuma. So she's appearing on terrorism charges related to tweets in 2021 during the unrest that took place in KZN, resulting in the deaths of over 400 people after Jacob Zuma was arrested and there were riots in KZN. So she's being accused of promoting or feigning violence through her tweets. And this is why she's in court. The trial is going to take place between the 10th yesterday and the 21st. Then we'll see what happens. She's very outspoken and she's very close to her father, Jacob Zuma. So let's see what happens. We also had the case of Senzo Meyiwa, which was taking place at the Pretoria High Court. So the Pretoria High Court and the Pretoria Magistrates Court, they are separated by about 5 streets. And so at the time Job Sikhala was in court, the Senzo Meyiwa was also in court at the same time. Then in terms of business, there is a big story right now with the firing of Minister Dion George. So Minister Dion George, who is a member of the DA, is being fired and has been recommended for firing because he is continuing to use his United States passport. So he's a citizen of the United States of America and is a minister in the government of GNU government of South Africa. So he has been refusing to travel on his South African passport, insisting on traveling on his US passport. So yesterday, it has been recommended that he gets fired by the DA. And I think President Ramaphosa has already accepted his firing. Then the Vodacom, company called Vodacom, has released their results. As you are aware, Nkosana Makate, one of the most long-running cases over Please Call Me, has obviously won a settlement of 750 million rands. So Nkosana Makate, if you look at these results, they have indicated here that they have settled with him. However, a new lawsuit is now being brought against Makate because the people that funded his Please Call Me case are saying they are entitled to 40% of the money. So this is Skuman, who is saying is going to go to court and is entitled to 40% of 750 million because he initially begged or paid the lawyer's fees for Makate to go to court. However, what happened is that after a while, when Vodacom offered 49 million, Skuman agreed to the 49 million. Makate said that 49 million was not enough, and they had a fight. Skuman then turned against Makate and said he was not the inventor of Please Call Me, and said someone from MTN had invented Please Call Me. So Nkosana Makate cancelled the agreement. However, now that the money is out, Skuman is now saying he is entitled to 40% of that money, and he has threatened to go to court. He has written to Vodacom yesterday and also to the lawyers. So in terms of that 750 million, I expect Makate to get very little of it. Most of it is going to go to lawyers' fees and also to some of these things, tax and so forth. Vodacom is recovering in terms of the share price. Look at that. So Vodacom share price has been going down from 2023 all the way down to 2024 and started to recover. Now we're seeing higher highs and higher lows on Vodacom, and we expect the company to do very well after the settlement had been reached. As you are aware, Vodacom was expected to pay 29 billion to Makate, but they've only paid now 750 million, which is a big saving. They've been making preparations to pay that 20 billion, and now they're only going to be paying 750 million. So it's actually good for them because they've done so well in terms of reducing the amount that they need to pay. And then let's go to other things here. I'm looking for other things to go into. Let's go to our newspapers. So H Metro newspaper, one of our favorite newspapers here, is leading with the story of a woman in Zimbabwe who has been arrested. And this story regards a married woman who gave birth, concealed the birth, and then a young man from the neighborhood found that she had buried the child near her home. So she's currently in jail. And this discovery was made by a dog who went and dug up the baby and put the baby on the side. Then the boy went and saw his dog with the baby. The baby was not eaten. He just discovered the baby and put that baby on the side. So you can go and check out that story in the H Metro newspaper. If you want to read the H Metro, it's free. You just type hmetro.co.zw. All the newspapers and Zim papers are free to read online on their website. So you can go over there and check it out. Then let's go to the Herald newspaper. So today we're going to look at the Herald and the Chronicle, and then we'll call it a day. I had a long day yesterday. I had to travel all the way to Johannesburg and back. And then tomorrow I'm going again and back. So I'm up and down. For those who don't know, a flight between Johannesburg and Cape Town is $40. In Zimbabwe, it's $40. And then a return is less than $100. So that's why I can afford to go up and down. It's not expensive at all. And if you've got points, it's even cheaper. And so don't come up with theories to say, why is Gambakwe up and down? Gambakwe Chigananda. Gambakwe is not Chigananda. It's not possible for Gambakwe to be Chigananda. All right, let's look at the Herald newspaper. So in the Herald, Dutch Tycoon tables massive. So let's see what they're saying about Dutch Tycoon here. Dutch Tycoon, I'm so sorry guys, I don't know why my newspaper is behaving this way. Okay, so Mnangagwa posts for photographs with the Dutch billionaire Mr. Marcel Boykoen and his management team and Ambassador Christopher Mchangwa at State House yesterday. Christopher Mchangwa is not feeling well over the past few days. If you saw pictures of him, it was not looking good. He has lost a lot of weight, and definitely something not right with Christopher Mchangwa. And then let's see President to grace Angola celebrations. So President Mnangagwa today joined fellow heads of state and governments here in celebrating Angola's 50th independence anniversary. So Mnangagwa is going to be in Angola. And then let's see what else is here. Let's look at the pictures. I like pictures. Who is the guy in a dress? So the president poses for photographs with incoming Ghanaian ambassador Benaviv at Jova soon after the presentation of credentials. And then, so Zambia is a new ambassador, Ghana is a new ambassador, and I think a third country is a new ambassador. I don't know which one is the third country with a new ambassador. Then Tatenda Mavetera is saying AI is a strategic necessity. I have personally WhatsApped Tatenda Mavetera and asked her to show me the strategy of Zimbabwe on AI. It's nowhere to be found. There is no such strategy. Tatenda Mavetera does not have the PDF which shows the strategy, the Zimbabwe AI strategy. So Zimbabwe is one country without an AI strategy. I don't know what they launched because I can't see it. So when you look at AI, so let me show you what is happening with AI in other countries. So the biggest country in AI right now is the United States of America, followed by China. So AI comes in two forms. So what is happening online and what is happening physically. So what is happening physically is things like self-driving, drones, all those kind of things, military, that kind of side of things. And then what's happening online is systems, identity, analytics, healthcare, research. I do not know who Tatenda Mavetera consulted when she did anything on AI, but I can assure you, if Zimbabwe gets left behind on AI, there will be no development. South Africa has already been left behind. It's one of the biggest economies. They're not doing anything on AI in South Africa. In fact, we are so far behind in South Africa in terms of AI. It's unbelievable for an economy of this size. Zimbabwe can actually get a strategic advantage over South Africa on AI, but they're also not doing enough. AI is not a side thing. It must be a complete thing driven by industry. And at the moment, there's nothing. They're trying to drive AI from government. You can't do that because AI is not driven from government. It is driven from the private sector. So that infrastructure for AI is not present in Zimbabwe, and we're going to be followers. If you get left out here, we're going to be on other people's infrastructure, and that is terrible. So I don't know what Tatenda Mavetera is going to do, but currently, whatever she's doing is not enough. And then we've got the 2025 National Tariff and Competition Conference, which is going to be taking place. Let me see where this is. Here, 14th of November at Musasa, Harare. So, massive newspaper, go check out this huge newspaper here. So this is one of the biggest newspapers. And then the correction, they're making a correction in an article published in the Herald, covering magistrate court proceedings. We reported the published an article, Magistrate stops lawyer from lying in court. And then it has come to our attention through the record proceedings on the day in question that Ms. Moyo stated in the application for postponement that lead counsel, Advocate Tinomdaese Chinyoka, was scheduled to travel to South Africa later on the same day. However, the court in its ruling said Ms. Moyo had stated the lead counsel had already traveled to South Africa and reprimanded her for lying. Any harm or inconvenience caused by the public of the article is regretted. So this means Tinomdaese Chinyoka is using his muscle to make them apologize. You know that Tinomdaese Chinyoka He's an ED guy. Okay, now let's go to other things. The league. So currently Dynamos is out of relegation zone. What an amazing fight. The new coach of Dynamos is amazing. Look at that. Dynamos now way out of the relegation zone. So Kwekwe, Yada, Greenfield, Victor Mineral, Triangle. These guys are now in danger of relegation. Dynamos, Highlanders, and Caps United are now out of the relegation zone. Doing very well and amazing. And then in terms of pictures, Shashil is back. You can see here with her sisters. This picture is in the H Metro newspaper. So that is Gemma, Tammy Moyo, Feli Nandi, and Shashil. The headline, the successful Nubian Knots concert at the HICC on Saturday night. So this is amazing. And there are more conferences taking place at the HICC as we go on to Christmas. Then let's look at the Chronicle newspaper, then we'll go to our people. So obviously, Zimbabwe doing well in terms of the types of newspapers that we have, but there's so much more to be done. There's a lot Zimbabwe has to do, a lot of work to keep up. We are on the verge of being left out as a country in terms of what is happening, and we need to do a lot of work. I'm trying to look for the Chronicle newspaper here. Okay, there is the Chronicle newspaper. So everyone is publishing time. Good job. Guys are doing a good job. And similarly, all the pictures that I've shown you from the other newspaper are also in the Chronicle newspaper. And then let's look at what is going to happen here. Meda. So remember the story I was telling you about Silovela, where the miners were trapped, the gold miners. So it has been confirmed that 7 miners died in that flooded shaft. So said about that. And then armed robbery suspect change ID. 3 women from Lawa have landed themselves in trouble after conspiring with an armed robber and made a suspect who has been on the run for the past 15 years to facilitate a change of his name and send him in a bid to evade arrest. Sobala Ngwenya, Siboniko Sichuma, and Hilda Moyo appeared before the magistrate challenged Mahembe, charged with the changing the name, and they pleaded guilty. Brenda Ndlovu told the court that Justin Mpofu had been deported from South Africa, where he had been hiding for 15 years. He wanted the Zimbabwe Republic Police in connection with the murder and armed robbery charges. Mpofu, so let me see what happened here. He and his accomplices fatally shot Peter Stolle in 2010. Following the shooting, they stole R28, 2 speakers, 2 mobile phones, and an amplifier from a bottle store. Mpofu had been hiding in South Africa and was deported early this year. Upon his return, Mpofu devised the plan to avoid arrest. He approached Ngwena and he accused to changing his identity to Ryan Ngobe. They charged him $300 for the service. So obviously, these people are working for the what do you call that organization? Ministry of Home Affairs or Passport and ID Office. That is the only way you can do this is if you work inside. You can't change someone's identity if you don't work inside. So that is what has happened here. And then let's quickly go into the Sowetan. I want to see what is in the Sowetan, and then we're out to our people. So I want to go into the Sowetan newspaper. So let's quickly see what is in the Sowetan here. So I'm looking for South Africa very quickly. Looking for South Africa. Where are you? There is South Africa. So South Africa, as I said, lots of newspapers, but a lot of change taking place. Let's see what the Sowetan is saying. How fire wiped out a Tins family. So that is the leading story over there. And you can see Duduzi Zuma here at the front. She is in court. So let's go to our people, facebook.com, starting with Botswana. So as you are aware, yesterday, President Duma Boko presented the State of the Nation address, it was like a fashion show. So look at that. Look at this beautiful car. So Botswana is amazing. Look at the colors, look at order, look at that flow. This country is doing well, and President Maboko, he is doing so well. Let's see what happened. Look at that fashion show. Everybody looking smart and neat. And my picture of the day. Let me show you my picture of the day. I want to look at one of those amazing pictures that we saw. This one. That is my picture of the day. It's like the Matrix reloaded. You can see it. It's like the Matrix reloaded. Doing so well. And Botswana is going to do well under President Maboko. So unfortunately, I was in the court. I was unable to go through what he said, but I'll do so later today. BW presidency. So that is the Botswana presidency. Doing well. Always updated. Whoever is running social media for Botswana is doing a great job. Same stuff over here. And the full SONA report is here. So I'm going to summarize it for you later on today. Doing well, President Maboko. And then let's go to President Hakainde Hichilema and let's see what he said yesterday. So we had a fruitful bilateral talks with the President of the State of Israel, His Excellency Isaac Herzog. So I like President Hakainde Hichilema, and he's having very good relationship with Israel. Great job, President Hakainde Hichilema. I like it. So I like President Hakainde Hichilema. He's doing so well. And I think this is very good for Africa to do this. President Hakainde Hichilema, a very Christian man, and everyone knows this. Look at those zebras. Did you guys see those zebras behind there? That is amazing. And even a giraffe. And these steps, so many people have stood here doing very well, President Hakainde Hichilema. And then let's go to our other people. Where is Mini? Did you know that Mini is a polyglot? So I laughed when I saw this yesterday. Did you guys see this? Where is it? Where is it? Did you know that Mini is a polyglot? Do you know what a polyglot is? So that is Mini. I laughed. So many people laughed when they saw this comment. Do you know that Mini is a polyglot? Polyglot. So Google polyglot, then you understand. That is Mini. So let's look at Madam Boss. What is Madam Boss saying here? So she's obviously publicizing Cape Town, Australia, AfriPraise here, and then AfriPraise in Australia. If you don't go here, you miss out on your blessings. So go over there and get blessed. And then let's go to, where is my other people? I'm missing all my people here. So let's get rid of some of the people and see who else we can find. So we're going to see Shido Senyatwe over here. She's doing so well. One of the best hairstyles I've ever seen. People are talking about it everywhere. This beautiful hairstyle. That is amazing. And I said, I'm going to clap for her. Let's clap hands for Shido Senyatwe. She's got one of the most beautiful hairstyles I've ever seen. That is amazing. Chido Sanyatwe. I like it. Don't you guys like it? Go to her page and check out a new hairstyle. Deputy Minister of Home Affairs. And then let's go to Mini. What is Mini doing today? She is a polyglot. She's over here. And I wanted to tell Mini that I tried to go to Miss Universe to register and vote. Guys, this thing is trying to make me register for a wallet and all that sort of things. And I totally failed to vote. So I don't know how it's going to go, but I did fail. I don't know if other people are managing to register, but me, I failed. So I tried my best to vote for the young lady representing Zimbabwe. And as you're aware, the founder or the executive of Miss Universe has been fired. So let's look for that picture. He has been fired after he made some certain remarks about Miss Universe Mexico. So you can go check out that story. It's trending all over the world. He made certain comments about Miss Universe Mexico. So he said she is a dummy, and then they fired her. So look at this. So the guy you see on the left is the executive or CEO of Miss Universe, and on the right, that's Miss Universe Mexico over there. And he said that she's a dummy. She's a very beautiful dummy. She's a very beautiful dummy. But he said she's a dummy, then they fired him. And then let's see if I've missed anybody else. Sadak, yes. Sadak, we need to look at Sadak every day. We've got a crisis with over 6,000 people dead in Tanzania, and the number is growing. So the Southern African Development Community and the Federal Republic of Germany have reaffirmed their long-standing partnership with a new 26.1 million commitment to support regional initiatives. So that is transboundary water, biodiversity, institutional strengthening, and regional economic integration. I love Germany. They're doing so well in terms of SADC. When I was in Botswana, I visited the EU ambassador of SADC. I went to the office, and unfortunately, I was not able to meet him, but I did go over there. SADC doing very well. So let's go to X. So guys, when I go to places, I do stuff. I don't just walk around like a tourist. I visit people's offices. So I am not a tourist. And then you can see that interview over here. This interview was obviously done by us yesterday. So you can go and check it out. Go to Gambakwe. And then, okay, police pick up PhD founder Walter Magaya from Harare Man prisons. Reasons not yet clear. This is very strange. Why was he picked up from remand prison? I don't know. Probably at home right now, resting. I never trust guys in Zimbabwe office. And then Anselm Sanyatwe, once a soldier, always a soldier. And then let's look for him actually. Sanyatwe. Is he back from Russia? This guy is very interesting. Let's see if he's back from Russia. So here he said here, as Minister of Sports, I am proud of this recognition of having our own being listed in the 50 most influential African women in sports. This is proud. This is great. We're proud of you. Congratulations. So I don't know which person was congratulating. And then he's talking about what he did in Russia. So look what he did in Russia. He signed a memorandum of agreement with Russia, and he says, I signed an MOU. And what is the MOU about? The MOU seeks to strengthen cooperation in the area of sports and culture. The signing was witnessed by senior officials. And I myself, you know what I think. You rather sign with the Americans. I don't know why you would sign with the Russians. It makes no sense. They have got no money. And what kind of culture do you want to get from Russia? It makes no sense. So I don't like it. Let's go to Chamisa over here. Nelson Chamisa. Uriere Chamisa, homeboy wangu. Ano wambona were Chamisa. Let's look and see what is he saying. Right, November 8th, that is the last time he posted nothing on Sikhala. Nothing at all. It's as if he didn't know or hear about it. That is crazy. National Democratic Working Group of Sikhala. Let me follow them. I've never followed them. They are talking about the same thing over here, which is the speech. And then that is it. Nothing, none of the senior leaders, except Mahlangu was present. Mahlangu is currently in charge in the absence of Job Sikhala. So he's the one who is in charge right now as we speak of the National Democratic Working Group. I don't know what has happened to the other guys who normally sit around with Sikhala, how he ended up being in charge and not them. Okay, I think we've covered everything. And then my brother Fiane over here doing so well. He left Kenya, I think. When I went to Kenya, I left the airport and he took me into Nairobi, and we had what we call that meat from Kenya, where they mix all sorts of meat. We spent almost 2-3 hours together. Then after that, I went back to the airport. I literally left the airport just to meet him. And we spent so much time together. And it was amazing. That is Love Mofiane over here, doing so well. And one of the best people in Matabeleland. I wish he would run for office in something, run for office, even as a councillor. That would be amazing. And part of the royal house of Matabeleland. So not Matabeleland, I think the royal house of the Ndebele royal house is one of the family members over there. So I did spend time with him at Nairobi when I was traveling to the United States of America. And that was amazing. I never ate so much nice meat. I don't know how they do it. They mix all sorts of things. And when you eat it, it's Kenya is totally different country altogether. I'm going to go back very soon. Right. I think we've covered everything. Let's look at the comments. When I Gambakwe, you look like unhappy. Yes. Imagine if you're me, you wake up at 2 a.m., you jump on a plane, you go to Johannesburg, you jump back. The next day, you jump back, and you jump back. If it was not for Ve, I was going to be gone. Ve is amazing, guys. It gives you so much strength. You bootlick the Americans too much. Guys, the Americans are amazing. I will one day go and live in America. It's a nice place, amazing. It's the home of capital. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, you don't understand business. If you don't deal with the Americans, your country is gone. These days, you tend to forget. I won't forget today. So we're currently running a special. If you're in the UK, 2 packets. So here we don't have the sticker. This is the manufacturer's packet. So 2 packets for the price of 1. Free shipping by DHL. And never eat mve that is opened here at the top. Your mve must never be touched by the person, straight from the factory to you. And if you do this, there must be nothing that comes out. So 2 for 1 in UK, Ireland, Scotland, and then in Harare, half price, in Bulawayo, half price, and you have to do your own courier in Harare and Bulawayo, or you pick up. And then what we're going to do is, obviously, in December, I'm going to introduce a special in Zimbabwe. So this half price is ending. Do not miss out. It's only for November, half price. So get it. And then we've got a new pick-up point in Johannesburg. So you can go and get it. You WhatsApp me on this number. I'll give you details on where to pick up. So where to pick up your mve. Don't be without mve. Unotongwa nema salad. Unotongwa zosiririza. Okay, I think we've covered everything. I've been here for 38 minutes. I'm talking longer than Makandiwa. I'm singing like I'm at Afri Praise. I'm singing like I'm at Afri Praise in Australia and in Cape Town. So go over there, check out all these amazing things. And then let's see what else I've left out. Let's look at more comments. What, that's fake. And President Akande Lema is amazing. Look, yesterday was with the most interesting people from Israel. One of my favorite countries is Israel. So I do not know why you would say such a thing. Gambakwe, what is this prominent people to do with this? Yes, lawyers, South African lawyers, very top lawyers. Some of them went to SAPC, SA, were Scala's lawyer. Some very prominent people who are close to Scala. Guys, it makes a big difference. I want to see people like Wopo at the court. I want to see top lawyers who say they are friends of Job Sikhala at the court. I want them to come out and make a speech so that his message goes out and wide. At the moment, his message is not going out. They must come out and say, Job Sikhala is innocent. Let him out. Release this man. Ian Kama must even come from Botswana, because they know that this man, I don't know if I don't know what I can even say. I don't even know. Look at the 78-year-old man in jail since Thursday. So that's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. That's 7 days in jail. Guys, that is terrible. And obviously, John Heche still in jail. So many people being arrested. And South Africa is now notorious for arresting people and keeping them in jail without trial. Look at my young brother here, Nyoka Mabunu. Nyoka Mabunu is still in jail. He has not been tried. He has not been charged for over 170 days. When he comes out, he's going to take these guys to court. So Nyoka Mabunu is going to be a millionaire when he comes out, because they're taking him and putting him in jail without trial, without bail, and without charging him. He's not been charged. So Nyoka Mabunu is back in court, I believe, on Monday. And guys, I have to yet again fly to Johannesburg. So Tenga Mve Amana, Tenga Mve, so that I can travel to Johannesburg. Please, guys, buy yourself a packet, especially the guys in the UK. Let's make this happen. Don't you want to know what's going on? Don't you want me to fly around up and down like one of those MPs? Up and down, up and down. Don't you want me to go up and down? So let's sort this out, guys. Make it happen. And let's get Nyoka Mabunu some attention. And then let's see if there's anything else. Someone keeps saying something about missiles here. I think it's that moonwalking punk from Zambia. There's this guy who did a moonwalking. I don't need boars, guys. How can you moonwalk when you're an adult? It's crazy. Okay. Hello, Jahalen Kulumani. Yes, Kulumani, I'm coming. You got a new MP coming. I'll update you guys on Saturday. We've got an important update to give you regarding our plans in Kulumani. Guys, I've done everything that I needed to do. I would like to thank you all for watching. Remember what Job Sikhala said when he arrived in court. And I want to remind you of this.
Already instructed the attorneys here, Edgar Rangata Inc Advocate. Yeah, both of us. But I'm wondering why they are not here.
This is what happened in court. I'm wondering why they're not here. This man is being abandoned. The opposition in Zimbabwe needs support. They need money. They need logistical support. There are so many people who are in the League of Fraternity in Zimbabwe. There are so many people, NGOs, that are in the League of Fraternity of Zimbabwe. They don't assist. We have gone to court, to the Constitutional Court. Yesterday, Mukoma Mo Precision has submitted the documents and the stamps. We have now received the stamped document. Now for him to photocopy, I said to him, go and photocopy and we'll submit the copies to different people. We tried to get someone to photocopy for him. Yesterday, we couldn't get anyone to photocopy until, obviously, we're going to make a plan today because I was in court. Some of these things, Nika Ifambi, because the people in the opposition, the people who are trying to file these cases are not getting support. We need to support our opposition. There's no money in the opposition. There's no money in these people who are trying to assist. And that is we have a problem. Job Sikhala, the way he is right now, he needs support. And that is what we need. We don't need to keep on struggling. In other countries right now, Mukuma Mo Precision is going to get help. Don't worry about your opinion, whether his case is strong or not. Assist the man. That's your job. So I'm very disappointed with the NGOs in Zimbabwe and also with funders in general. How can the opposition work without funds? So we need funding in the opposition. Poorly funded opposition will never win anything. Here in South Africa, the EFF, they got 400 million rands just this year from government funding. Imagine if Zimbabwe, Gambakwe had $20 million funding. Guys, Zanu Inojiwa say what the top soup. Zanu Inojiwa say top soup for ED. Tsenga. So we need support, we need funding, and also we can't continue with the poorly funded opposition. You can't blame the opposition. It's because I'm not funding. So vanozotengwa musara muchifa nenzara. Mnangagwa ari kuuraya vanhu nenzara. Mnangagwa ari kuuraya vanhu nenzara. Fakaipa. All right. I think yes, people who pretended to be friends with Sikhala are never friends. On Thursday, I want to see who is friends with Sikhala. If you're not there, you're a fake friend. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. It's been amazing. I'll see you again later on today. We've got a lot to cover. And a good day to you all.